if someone knows what I'm talking about.
Hello, everybody. Resting. Let's see. Okay. All right. I going back in just a second. Now, do the music.
us strong. You won't believe we've had our gray, but somewhere there's a light inside of us. It shows the way. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why. This ain't no madness. The smoke and the mirrors are memories. Now the sun's gone down like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love. This ain't no sugar-coated love. This ain't no sugar-coated love. I stay in bed, I still got the feeling that you're next to me. Stuck in my head when lights go off. You're everything that I could ever want. Your touch so soft. Not looking for no heaven or gold, 'cause I got you. I got you. Don't wanna show us off, but you're my all that I need. Trying to sugarcoat, but I'm flying so high. I don't even know if I'm coming down. You rock my boat when you hold me so tight. The world just disappears in front of my eyes. I'm telling you why. This ain't no madness. The smoke and the mirrors are memories. Now the sun's gone down like a river rushing way up above. This ain't no sugar-coated love. This ain't no sugar-coated love. This ain't no sugar-coated love.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Thanks for stopping by, Fox. I was just in the little men's room. Sorry. Yep. All right, let's get right into it. Now, I use Chrome for things like the chat box. I restarted Chrome right before the stream. So let me know if it ends up being too laggy. Apparently, we have this weird problem once again where it put it in the wrong window again. It does this sometimes. I don't understand. Okay, hang on. So this, I think, right? Like this. Apply. Over here. This and apply. Alright. I don't know why it does that sometimes, but okay. we're back now. And now everything is on the screen. Okay, great. Wonderful. Alright. We'll resume. Been long enough. Sorry about the delay. Did not planned on it. So we left off last time. I don't remember why we came back up here. Oh, because I was going to see about some kind of chemical mixture. We went down last time and we discovered almost like ancient Roman ruins and stuff. Yeah, I don't remember what we saw down there. Let's go back down there and see where we left off down below. so we've got all of these. Yep. This was... Right. This was the thing where basically this is the record of the miners. Where they were talking about initially just normal mining stuff, and then the red plants kept growing and growing and growing and started to get out of control, and they weren't sure what was going on. We did okay last time, yeah. Not too bad. What was this again? This is excavations focused around this well, but it doesn't have enough light. Right, that's why I went up above, because I was thinking I might be able to use some kind of fire. Can I manipulate this? Not an expert, the ancient columns look like they must be Roman. What would they be doing so far underground, though? Oh, yeah, it's not looking at this, it's looking at the columns. So worn out, they won't budge. Whatever that means, I have to get the... and maybe. I don't know, that's way up in the tower, though. Let's try it. Get that screwdriver again so I could pry it open, possibly. That's way up in the friggin' tower, so... That's all the way up, 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 up. I'd use one of the shovels, but none of the shovels let me interact with them. Now, things like this trap door, it's just, I think it's because this, even when this light is on this room, it's so dark over here that I can't really couldn't really tell the shade difference. I mean, I could. Once it was pointed out, I was like, look on the floor. Oh, I see now. But like just in casual glancing, I couldn't tell. So yeah, it's interesting, huh? Very strange that there's all this excavation again and again and again. I don't know. I feel like I personally, well, maybe they discovered it after them. I'm just gonna say, for me personally, I would rather not have an excavation directly below my house. That seems like you're asking for the foundations to crumble and to have your whole manor collapse on itself. So I'm not. Wait, what? First of all, I didn't want to go outside, but secondly, I don't think I had noticed this before. The sparkle effect from the moonlight. Interesting. All right. Anyway. Yeah. Totally. That's gonna be here. Yeah. Okay. Clearly, I've gone the wrong way. Where are the main stairs? Right here. There's the next set of stairs. Next room. Something, I don't know. Right. I'm trying to remember if there's a, like, I don't remember there being a lantern or a flashlight anywhere to grab for light. See, there's the light here, which looks like there's a flashlight or something, but you can't move the door. See behind it. I don't know. There's lag at this game, and I have everything else shut down, so I don't know. But Yeah, tomorrow, it'll be tomorrow afternoon. So not in the morning again, but tomorrow afternoon. So my new time is 2 p.m. Pacific time or 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's what I will be streaming tomorrow. And I don't know what game I'm going to do for sure. I feel like... Is this going to go all the way down, though? I don't know if this is going to go all the way down. I don't think we can take this. It's where I want to. We'll see, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to go all the way. What? I can't go out? How did I get it up here in the first... Oh, I did that, right. This. Up. Down to 1. Can go. You. Well, like I said, I still don't think we can go actually down physically. Down there's the dummy waiter, or the dumb waiter, the dumb waiter that'll go down to the basement level. But then after the basement level, like into the wine cellar or whatever and all that, I don't know if past. Over to the right more? Yeah, it's over. Two, one. Out. Like that. That. Yeah, I don't know if I can get that down. We'll see, I guess. I'm not hopeful, honestly. I think we have this. Yeah, see, this blocks. Can't go. Unless there's some other way down, I don't think. Can't go right either. Nope. Okay, we'll just leave this in the... Okay, well that doesn't work. Dumbwaiter equals creepy, huh? I would not argue with you necessarily. I mean, I don't think so myself, but I mean, I would definitely not argue with you. There's good evidence to suggest that. Yeah, see that one wall, because I think we have a straight shot the rest of the way, but that one wall blocks us from farther. My question is, though, how the crap did other people get here? Because it's not like they had spirits. They had to get here some way, so how? Maybe stuff got sealed off after a time, after they had done a certain amount of stuff. That's possible. I don't know. Yes, I was looking at something that could maybe either cause an explosion and widen that hole, or else could ignite and provide light. But I can't seem to get any of this stuff to cooperate. Like this stuff here says it's chemicals and stuff. I can't seem to apply Like, once I possess this or the flask, either one, I can't seem to really get them to interact with anything to allow me to... I can look, but I can't actually... The tool is not active, so I can't actually do anything. And I mean, obviously you could say, well, maybe it's not the milk thing. Well, yeah, but I mean, I tried with the flask also. I'm not really sure we have much else in the way of painters. And this is the same story. It's... And that's the other possibility, is there is... Right here, it says, lit up by a lamp from behind. So if I could break this, maybe I'd have a lamp, but I don't know. I don't have anything letting me break it either, so... No. No. One sec here. Okay, hang on one sec here. I have to take care of something. Give me 1 second here. Sorry. I have some side business I have to take. Sorry about this. I didn't realize it was going to keep going. Okay. I might have a few pauses. Trying to multitask doesn't always work the best. But there's a lamp behind this, so I could just break it. I don't know what I could break it with. I think all of these did nothing when I went by the window, right? Can't like swing this through. These two I know I tried already. I'm not sure. Was there anything in here? Like Teddy, I don't think so, right? I couldn't possess Teddy anyway. I just have to let him sit there. Yeah, I can't grab any of that stuff, so that doesn't work. Well, they did a study, and technically multitasking is impossible. But what you can kind of multitask. So the human brain operates a certain level of efficiency when you're doing any given task. When you try to do multiple tasks, the level of efficiency on the first task you're doing drops considerably, and then you can do the other task as well. The problem is, the part of our brain that, generally speaking, does most of the reasoning and the reacting and basically the decision making part of your brain that does things like take specific steps to do some work you might have or something, but also to respond to something, like if you're in traffic or whatever. Though that part of your brain, there's only one part of your brain that does that, and once it's occupied, it's occupied. So you can't actually do multiple things. Well, you can toggle between tasks is effectively what it ends up being. So your brain can look at one thing, like let's say I'm texting and driving. I'm not, I don't do that, but let's say you're doing that because you're not the wisest person. Let's say, no offense, but I'm just saying, not be texting while you're driving. But anyway, if you text and then you look up and then you text and then you look up, what happens is your brain switches. So it goes, okay, now I'm focused on my text. Now I'm focused on my driving. Now I'm focused on my text. Now I'm focused on my driving. You can't actually do both at the same time. It's actually impossible. So I don't remember the name of the study, but there's a study that I read that talked about that. What actually was going on in your brain when somebody tried to multitask, and it wasn't good in terms of safety for something like texting while you drive. I mean, it's okay if you're trying to multitask at your desk, but it's still, your level of efficiency is dropped. I keep going over to this, but there's literally absolutely nothing in here, right? Every single time. I just need to, like, not ever go to this room again. I keep going here. Anyway, yeah, so you can't actually, that's actually not a thing. People think it is. Like, a lot of people think they're doing stuff at the same time. But that's only because the conscious mind, your subconscious that is focusing back and forth, does it so quickly that your conscious mind can't actually perceive there's a shift in thoughts. Because you go like one way. It's kind of like you have pages, and if you flip a whole bunch of pages of drawings enough, your eyes can't focus on each individual drawing, so you see the lines moving. That's so you get animation, right? A similar kind of a thing, except with reasoning and reacting. Your brain toggles between them so fast that your consciousness can't perceive that anything has gone on, but in fact, your brain has switched its focus. Yeah, right, because there's that wall, so anything I get to smash that window has to be down here. Yeah, well, good. Yeah, I mean, you should. You shouldn't. First of all, I don't think you should stress about something like that anyway. A lot of people do stuff well, and a lot of people don't do stuff well, and we're just different. It doesn't make you any less of a person or whatever. But secondly, obviously, if you're operating under the assumption of if you're operating under faulty information, if like there's an assumption being made based on bad information, it can make you feel like that's an area where you're deficient or something, but that's not the case. That's not a thing. There's nothing up here. I mean, there are wine bottles that you can't grab. There's a, what do you call it? Like a handle or a spout or whatever from a sink that you can't grab. There's actually literally nothing up here you can grab. None of this stuff. This goes over to the room that I don't ever want to visit again. See, I can't possess it. I can't do anything with it. So, I'm not sure how I break through that. I'm guessing it has to be something down here, since up there is like even less stuff with which to interact. These are all just read. You don't actually grab them. I can grab this. I don't think I can interact with anything this, but I guess we can always try. That just brings up the normal. It doesn't actually do like a combination between these two or something. This is another, the skull is just another description thing. And the box, of course, like we did before, is just that mother, brother, or mother. What was it? Mother Edward, Father Robert. That's where. So. Go down. No, because that just goes in the hole. I don't want to do that. I'll get trapped in there. Unless. I mean, maybe. I don't know. It seems like it's significant that it says this is in Arabic. But maybe the point of this is just to use it as a torch. No. Not on those candles anyway. Okay. I was like, it seems odd that they would have a book specifically. They say the characters are Arabic. You can't understand them. And then you do something silly like light it on fire. Seems like that wouldn't be the natural follow-up to that information. So, I don't know. Of this book I've got? I don't think so. I think she just says... hang on. Eh. Okay. Okay, I just texted him and said I'll have to stop for tonight. So I'll just do more of that stuff tomorrow. I have to, like I said, multitasking, but this is supposed to be my streaming time, and I didn't realize I was going to get, like, somebody texting me, hey, this is going wrong, so I'm just, okay, calm down, calm down. It'll bother me later. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Let's see what she says. Characters look like ancient Arabic, not a language I'm familiar with. Yeah, and she can't read it, apparently. It doesn't actually say... Let's see, can I even read them? I mean, I don't know Arabic, but maybe I can see them well enough from here that I could try to Google them, but I don't think so. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to discern characters from one another, so I'm not going to know. I don't know. I should learn Arabic. I want it. Those are a couple languages I want to learn. I want to learn Hebrew and Arabic. I actually like to learn Greek, too. Like modern Greek would be cool, but I like ancient Greek, I think would be even better. But see, these two have symbols on them, and they respond. So I don't know. Did we have something talking about a raven and a swan? I don't think so, though, right? Because if we maybe we don't actually break the window, maybe it opens, but I don't know how you would open it. We use the moon and the other symbols over there to open this. These other symbols don't necessarily have no purpose. You might still use them for something else. I'm just not sure what. Yeah, see, I'm going to put this back up so I don't lose it. I don't think we use this journal for... I'm not going to take it all the way back up to where it's clearly... We'll just set it here since the light's on. Okay. She says there are shovels in that crate, but none of them can interact. So these are notes on the dig. Old-fashioned camera and the flash to go with it. But you won't interact with it, so unless I have something else that goes here, not sure. Um, I don't know. What was something here that was question mark? What was? Okay, now you can't just make it go away. Tell me. What was the question mark? Or maybe it was just left over for maybe that if I went too fast or something. I don't know. There are these that I could push in before, so there probably is a specific order, and I'm just not sure how. A lot of wear and tear on the drawer, and I can't budge it. Grass is red, the same hue as the tiny tree in the laboratory. Where did these strange plants come from? I mean, I could just try random ordering on. I tried that last time too, but obviously it's better if you could actually figure out the puzzle. Shelves are badly rusted. No one must have used them for a long time. But see, again, you could just look at it. You can't actually do anything. There's that circle drawing up above as well. So if I go to my codex, again, this. Oh, hang on. So this is. Not sure if that's the same drawing, but. Where's the same? I don't know if you rotate that. Like if I look at it from the side. 1, 2. So right, middle. That doesn't work. That's probably the wrong chart, if any, if there even is. Yeah, so there's a swan and a raven, right? And I don't see any of these. And of course, family tree. That, and then this. So here's where we are now. A through F, G through K. I don't know what that means. There's an X here with a question mark, so maybe they got to that point and couldn't figure anything out either themselves. The curious thing is you could go in other areas that are pitch black and it's, you may not like it, but it's just fine, but no, I don't need to stop streaming. I'm fine. I will just continue. They can just kiss my green hat. Whenever you do something like operate a business or work on extra stuff out, like if you're trying to do multiple projects and stuff, trying to get something going for yourself, you always need to be careful to make sure you set aside time for yourself. So, and YouTube, as much as I am still able to make some money from advertisements and stuff on it, YouTube really for me is more of a hobby. So it's me time. It's my kind of relaxing time generally. So I don't want to give that up. I don't feel like I'm going to... If I don't take this kind of a break, then I feel like I'm going to end up burning myself out if I don't. So, by the way, because so I had gotten sick, obviously, so I had gotten a little bit busy. So let's see. Let's hang on. Pause. Okay. Not this week. Not last week. Week before that. I got busy, so the last half of the week I wasn't able to really do much. Then last week I was out of town for a good chunk of the week. Then this week I was sick the first half of the week. So I got behind on all my videos and stuff. I think I mentioned that in my Elix video, but not everybody watches that series. So I got way behind because of that. I was behind a little bit at the end of the week before I left town. Then I was out of town. Then I was sick. So anyway, but I've now got the next two parts of The Last of Us recorded, and I actually have the next part all ready to process. I just only had like an hour, or no, like a half an hour to process it before starting the stream. And then once I start processing, there's not a way to pause it. So I just didn't start it because I didn't want it to cause lag during the stream. So after the stream's done, before I go to bed tonight, I'm going to set it to start processing. It'll process while I'm asleep. And then in the morning, I'll make sure it's uploaded and gets on YouTube. I don't know how I'm going to figure out this ordering. Really not sure. I also, in some ways, feel like maybe we're a lot farther along on this side of things and not so far along on other things like that forest, for example. I feel like we should have figured that forest out a long time ago. But I don't know how the frick you're going to figure out ordering of those symbols. I don't remember a single thing saying like, oh, hey, pile of wood. The fairy jumped over the pile of wood and landed on the stone arch and then tripped over the bridge and fell into the river. I don't remember anything like that that would tell me what order those are supposed to be in. And as going down in these areas, I was thinking, well, maybe there's some clue down here. We've gone so far down here now, unless... Maybe it is. Maybe you're not supposed to go till the very end of the game or something to go to the woods, but otherwise, I don't know. So let's go to the codex again. We go... Forest? What? This is Oak Marsh. This is down below. This is the forest. This is the only thing we have on the forest? What the crabbing? Oh my gosh. I never paid attention to this. I think this has our clues. Holy crap. Okay, hang on. Neither gold nor marble shall my tomb adorn. Only in is simple wood, is that maybe it could be a tree, but it could I think this might be the pile of wood. Prayers, there's okay. I think this is our clue for I just now noticed that. Holy crap. I think we can proceed in the forest, I think. Let's try. I have an idea. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. So, as a lot of you already know, I live in Utah right now, although I'm from Seattle. I live in Utah pretty much because I got a job with a .com company, and so I work here. But anyway, don't really want to get into any specific details. I value my privacy, but just kind of a generic thing. Anyway, so because I am here now, I'm not used to the climate here like naturally. So for instance, there's a lot of dryness here that affects me, like makes my skin crack and stuff like that. But one of the things here in Utah, it's in the area near Salt Lake City. That's as specific as I'm going to get. Anyway, so in Utah, there's smog because the mountains are so high in elevation, and there are a lot of cars. So as all the cars go through, they have all this exhaust, and it doesn't really have anywhere to go because of the elevation. There's already enough pressure from the top of the atmosphere of the Earth down on it, so it kind of covers and keeps the smog in the area. Anyway, so there's a lot of smog here. So when I went to California, everything was great. I didn't actually go in LA, which is smog fest as well, but I was like around outside of the LA area. Anyway, a lot of California was great. Coastal winds and stuff, really, really healthy, good quality air. And then I get back, and I'm back here for like a day. So I streamed the night I came home, right? That Sunday night. But then the next day, like not even 24 hours after I finished the stream, I started getting like kind of sniffling and like some irritation in my throat, some dripping and stuff. Anyway, and yeah, it turns out that I got sick. So basically Monday night and then Tuesday and Wednesday I was sick. By Wednesday night I was mostly better. So then I went into the office Thursday and Friday again. And I'm feeling a lot better mostly, although a little tiny bit of stuffiness, but I don't think that's from the same thing. I think it's just my nose is being anyway. So as a result, I think it's more evidence that I'm allergic to the garbage that's in the air here in Utah. So that happens, but I mean, okay. So so I'm gonna need to before I do this, I guess escape codex. Let's look at this. Okay, so potential things. Let's take out some of these words that are maybe like bigger, like there's more to them or whatever, and see if maybe some of this stuff might make sense. So we've got not this pen is this pen. This one's better. Okay. We've got she says neither gold nor marble. So she's saying no on these. Probably we don't do these. So there's simple wood. So what do we have that's wood? Well, let me write these down, actually. Okay, so hang on. So we've got simple wood. Okay. prayer could refer to like a church or something, right? There was a cross or something on one of them, I think. Resounding. Was there a bell or anything? I don't think so. Ever on my arrogant shrine of bone? There's... I'll put shrine slash bone. Could be one of the two. I'm not sure if... I don't know if these in conjunction with each other are going to be a thing, but could be. Or they could be separate. I'm not sure. Okay, cross the dead roots. Dead roots. Venerated by worms. Was there anything wormish? I'll write it down just in case. I don't remember anything that really would have... There's maybe dirt or something, possibly. Cover not my tomb. So there's tomb again, maybe. Well, and we had tomb up here. I probably should have written that down. With stone. There was a stone at least. Dear friend, leave this fading corpse to its natural end. I don't think fading is a thing, but I'll write it anyway. Corpse possibly. And natural end, I think that's probably it. So, let's see. Now, if I go to this again. Okay, simple wood. I mean, the ways for potentially simple wood would be this. Or this, maybe? I do know. I have noticed we've already talked about this. Sometimes it wags and sometimes it doesn't. I wonder if that means this is not a thing. So we go simple wood. Prayers, maybe? Shrine or bone? Shrine of bone was the phrase. I don't think there's a shrine of bone, though, right? That would be some kind of weird, funky structure built with bone. But there is... So the skull is a kind of a bone, and it wags. There a shrine? What about this? No? This? It doesn't wag, probably because it's already... This could be a shrine, but it doesn't wag. Let's go with skull for now. Dead roots. This? No. This has... Both of these literally have roots, and this one does not wag. Maybe that? Worms? I'll see. I mean, unless it's a pile of dirt, but it doesn't wag, so I don't think that's right. This wag? The bridge doesn't do anything either. Okay, so none of these, I think. I think oh, that wags. So is this the last one? No, that's not it. Something around here could refresh my memory. Look at this again. Those were all the ones that wagged, though, right? So I wonder if just the order's wrong. don't know. What if I only do one per line? So we do... Did we figure out the tomb was the thing, though? Okay, so let's try it again. We have... So... Tomb was before simple wood. But it's on, the thing is that's on a line that has nor and nor, so, or neither nor. So I feel like maybe we don't count the first one. What if that's supposed to negate the whole line? So let's try it the other way. So if we say a tombstone, which would, I guess, be this. That's the I mean, you could say this, but I think this is supposed to be more of like a shrine, like the shrine thing. This doesn't look like a shrine so much to me. We say tombstone first. Then we say wood. Then prayers. There was a bone. Still think roots has to be this. Okay. Okay, so if I start with this, and then we say, I wonder if prayers is throwing me off. Maybe I shouldn't be doing prayers. That totally looks like prayers, though. Do it again. Prayers. Or this could be shrine, either one, right? Then bone. I think is what I did before, right? Dead roots. Okay, let's skip prayers. I do. I don't want the same order. I wouldn't skip this, but I don't want the same order. So let's skip that. We'll just go one by one. So we go this, skip that first one, or the second, whatever. Then go bone. Then we go dead roots. This I'd say for worms, but it doesn't wag. Wait, no, I didn't. Wait. Dead roots. There's tomb. Could be a religious thing, and then that. Wood. What the heck? Okay, am I missing something? It doesn't make sense. Like, well, unless I'm maybe I'm not doing it wrong. I mean, I'm like not understanding it right. But the order: simple wood. There's the order: resigning everyone, my arrogant shrine of bone. Let me try to break this up a little bit differently. Rather than saying that, I wonder if we say this. If we separate dead and roots, kind of like we did with shrine and bone. Or any other thing that we didn't even put friend, or I'd separate deer and friend maybe. Fading and corpse we also potentially, although I didn't see anything on there that looked matched. Press again. So with that, then it would be wood. Skipping. So a shrine of bone. A cross doesn't only mean religion, it also means graves, right? So this could mean the dead also. Let's try that. And then we have roots. Side worm is not a thing. And tombstone. So it could be that, and then tombstone. It could be reverse order on these, but let's do this and then this first, and then. Oh, there we go. Okay. I remember it now. The path is the way. Rick? Path is the way? What path are you talking about, girlfriend? Girl, what path are you talking about? Okay, now we can go. Like she didn't know the path before. I remember now, this pile has been rotting here for years. Oh, but these aren't things I would have seen. These are things after you figure it out, you find on the way. Let's just see else. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nice when you finally figure something out. I can't believe like all these parts I kept looking at that same friggin' tombstone and I never figured it out. I was like, what the crapping? What is the puzzle? I don't understand. Reclude the tombstone. Good evening, my friend. Oh, this is the skull. That was the second thing. I don't know if we're going to find anything on these paths other than the typical landmarker. Here's the cross. This Calvary must have been a source of comfort to pilgrims a few centuries. This tree was another one of my favorites. Yeah, I kept looking for something that looked like this tree out on the outside of the forest, but it's right here. Oh, silly Xexor. Okay. And this is the last landmark. We never ventured further than that. What was that? This was that stone? Okay. I mean, it is a stone. It doesn't really look like the picture she drew, but okay. Sure. Never went farther than that? Does that mean she's not going to want to go any farther again? If I got all the way to get this far and then I can't go any farther, that would suck. Oh, I was only expecting a chapel. What's such a big church doing here? Oh, interesting. That is curious, actually. little graveyard and even a little small mausoleum, looks like. Spoopy. Very, very spoopy. Okay. Cross. Statues and valuables must have been stolen. See, I hate it when people do that. Desecrate somewhere that's been sacred, buddy. It doesn't even have to do with Christianity, although I'm a Christian, but it has to do with being just disrespectful. Crap. I believe Anton is at it again. I'm dismayed that anyone would accept to bring forth such darkness, especially given what we know of Blackwood Manor. He'll give that infernal family a run for the money if his vile efforts are successful. It is unthinkable that his goal would be oh, I see. The French word, yeah. It is unthinkable that his goal should be ensorcellement of that serpentine lord of the nether itself. In my mind, he will become the very thing he hopes to control. To what end does he endeavor? Is it to empower himself with fiendish forces beyond the comprehension of man, or to secure his place as the Godhead? I can only imagine what is to come if he acquires many followers. I rue the day when I learn of his infernal activities, as I may yet see the worst of it, I fear. You receive this letter in time. Do your best to avoid Anton. It is not enough that we must suffer the deviltry of Blackwood, that now one of our own has taken up such diabolic pursuits. 'Tis a sulphurous prospect to be. Watch yourself. You too may become embroiled in the indulgence of this unhallowed possession. Diocese of Coventry. Yeah, I can't imagine the church would have been. For a building that has been neglected for so long, it still looks to be in decent shape. Some cracking, but, you know, like she says, it's in decent shape anyway. Whoa. Ah, it's Malphus again. Ah, young lady, how I missed you. You? I thought I would never see you again. I've got my eye on you. I'm always watching, and though hell does have plenty to the place is rife with scavenging. But let us forget about the riffraff. I am finding your investigation a positively thrilling diversion, and so I have decided to help you in your quest. I'm listening. Good. Notice that you are not alone here. The gap between worlds is surprisingly populated. Man used to live, I may say so, in these ruins until recently. He might be able to answer some of your questions. Perhaps you should look for him. Well, thank you, I suppose. I did have my suspicions, but there is more of Annie in you than you could possibly imagine. Good luck. Suppose that exasperating character could grow on me. Perhaps. Wow, well that's great. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, I hope she does not come to trust Malphus. Malphus is a friggin' demon. She should not be trusting a demon. Ever in all of time, you never trust a demon. Or a devil, for that matter. Okay. Here lies William Jeremiah Cecil. Oh, four names. Here lies William Jeremiah Cecil Whitegate, 1528-1565. May his soul rest forever in this place, keeping the infernal fires from reaching impure soul. There's only one candlestick on this altar, but some marks suggest there used to be a second one. I guess we can go on. I just want to make sure there's nothing here I haven't analyzed. Same thing. Nothing up here. Alright, so we'll go this way. Oh, and the back side of the church as well. Okay. These are mostly religious books. Some of them have annotations. Oh. Symbols. These look like some of the symbols that could be used in some of the summoning signs or banishment signs. Okay. Alright, this one. Numerous notes. Yeah, Annie. So we're Abigail. Annie is Abigail's mother, I believe. I think. Hang on. Let's do this and look at the family tree again. So here is Annie. Oh no, Annie is Abigail's sister. I'm mistaken. I'm sorry. That's right. Abigail and Annie are sisters, daughters of Abraham. And then Annie's children are Gabriel, Alexander, Robert, and Edward. So Annie is her sister. Was her sister. This can hardly be considered a language. It seems more like a form of heraldry, as it uses a different set of rules and a separate print for each individual. There is no trace of who defined this matrix. In many cultures and mythological writings, discovering the full name of a person bestows incredible power. In a sense, the sigil seems to perfectly illustrate these beliefs, and also enable one to test them. Proving this theory would be fascinating. Sigils have been known for many generations. These, however, are not among the ones used to summon the 72 demons of the Goetia, although they are quite similar. I would venture that they are linked not to demons, but rather to human beings who lived on this earth. My obsession with this research is such that I do not sleep much these days, as if I were on the verge of lifting a significant part of the veil on our consciousness. The history of these people might help me in my research. The register stored in Coventry's cathedral will likely provide vital details on their respective lives. Anna Mary Welkin. Henry Daniel Blackwood. Wait, what? Interesting. Henry Daniel Blackwood. Patrick William James Courage. Letters. Martha Elizabeth Hill. Capricorn? Oh, possibly, yeah. Although I don't know why she would have memories of her being Abigail, though. This entire time, up until now, this entire game so far, she's thought she was Abigail. So if she's actually Annie, seems a bit strange to me. Why she would confuse herself to be Abigail? I'm not saying it's not a thing. I'm just saying I don't think we've had revealed why she would be confused, though. So that would be interesting. But research is going surprisingly well. One of the names linked to the sigil is Sir Henry Daniel Blackwood. He was buried here in the estate. He was buried here in the estate. I thought that the family has settled here during the 18th century, but this ancestor seems to prove that the Blackwood line was already here in 1575, or even earlier. Finding his tomb will be no mean feat, however. as his name seems to have been erased from the record. But it could be vital to my research. I seriously cannot talk tonight. I've been wearing my eyes out on these sigils and their symbolism for weeks now. They are so deep in my mind that they bind me to my desk night and day. I almost feel I can draw them myself, now that I know all their inherent rules. Truth be told, the syntax is quite simple. One just needs to draw them as coordinates. Each element corresponds to a radius of a circle, a line for each initial letter of the first name, another one for the initial letter of the name, another one for the sign of the zodiac. But all this is not sufficient to define a being. What about homonyms? So a line for each initial letter. So if you're going to say Patrick, there's a line for the P, whatever that is, whatever the line is, and then another for the initial letter of the name. What? A line for each initial letter of the first name. Okay. And another one for the initial letter of the name. What? Oh, so maybe you do the P and then you do the P again because it's the first letter of the whole name? I don't. Another one for the sign of the zodiac. So Capricorn here. Okay. Anyway. Logic dictates that Henry Anthony Garner and Harriet Alice Green should share the same sigil, but it's impossible. I still cannot master the last stroke, and this makes me feverish. Okay. Now she knows stuff about doing that and stuff. It's always good to have a handy hook. I don't know what we'd be using it for. Let's put it back down. Whoops. No, it's gonna fall anyway. Alright, maybe I can do it this way. Let's have it lean up against this desk, of this table here. That'll work. How do I... This. This. Nope. Oh, dang it. Would you friggin... Why will you not, like, go this way? This angle. How is that a problem? Then let's... Okay, whatever. Friggin' screw you. Piece of garbage. Alright, and then we can go... Oh, this opens as well? Okay. All these books are identical. Are they registers? One of them has been opened recently. One of these registers has been checked recently. A lot of information. I don't know what it means. So name and surname. Date of birth. Date of baptism. Okay. I mean, I don't know what these... Do these... I think some of these we've seen. Like, Hodgkin seems like it's a familiar name. Merrim, I think we saw at one point, but I think those are people over in Oakmarsh. Ophelia is a character in Hamlet. I don't remember if that's somebody in Oakmarsh or not. Interesting. Apparently none of the Blackwoods were baptized, or at least not here. Okay. Let's see what's... I guess we go back this way. The attic has... Notes may help me in my research. First day. We decided to study Abraham's works, all the books and manuscripts I have in Eldritch. This is a tedious and laborious task. Going through the research will take us weeks. Then we'll need to understand it all. Cross-reference the information we have to separate truth from fantasy. Still, this remains a fascinating quest, and we're determined to see it through successfully. 6th day. We've gone further than I thought. Working together gives us wings. There are writings and manuscripts all over my study, but we found out answers. I must draw the necessary wards before we can summon them. 8th day. We attempted a few incantations in vain. Perhaps we mispronounced the texts, or our mixtures are unstable. Perhaps they think we lack the resolution. 21st day. The weeks go by with no progress. We're overcome by weariness. Annie seems particularly affected. 32nd day. Progress at last. The incantations seem to vibrate. The air seems to become heavier, more dense. That's about it for now, though. Still, I feel we're close to getting answers. Sure of it. 41st day. Annie thought she could convince Malthus to help us, but she was rebuffed. I was not particularly surprised. 52nd day. Memorable day. Our experiment is starting to bear fruit. The ball jumped for a few seconds and became hot to the touch. It still hasn't cooled down. 53rd day. I've been looking at it for hours, unable to take my eyes off it. 32 hours later, the ball is still warm. It's too early to celebrate our victory yet. Deep inside, I know we made it. What amazing progress. 61st day. After many unsuccessful attempts, we managed to communicate with him. He reacted to the words we used so often in our conversation. Promising him a walk in the woods always made him happy. Poor Duncan. I miss his pervasive presence, but it brings me peace to know that he is living an eternal dream. Our success makes me euphoric. I hardly dare consider the consequence. Yeah, you mess with stuff you're not normally supposed to mess with, and generally there are consequences. Whoever's living here must be very devout or superstitious. Someone's been using this damp mattress as a makeshift bed. Oh, it's damp? That can't be comfortable. Silent Bell. What's this engraving? Anno. They're doing more of the symbols there. Okay. Huh. Thanks. Alright. I think behind here, I'm guessing behind here is a graveyard or something, maybe? No. It is bridge with water. Water from the lake has flooded the tower and its lower floors. Should I pretend to hold my breath? Yeah, since the water's not going to affect her. All right, actually, before we go down, let's explore what's up above. We'll start at the top and work our way down. All right. A disc covered with the signs of the zodiac. This place is perfect for watching the stars. December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Remember. Huh. I'm sure this will work into all the symbol stuff. Excuse me, we saw earlier. The best friend of anyone lost in the woods, I suppose. Yeah. Seriously, if you want to survive, may be useful. The lantern seems even older than the tower. Ring is still riveted to the wall. Yeah, and if you remove this, it probably breaks something. Cause the tower to collapse or something. Some gunpowder and ammunition. Journal containing genealogical research. Dog-eared page. I couldn't discover anything about his ancestors. All I could find is that William Whitegate was the son of a Scottish mother and an English father. He was born on 11 August 1528, shortly before the events that would drastically change Henry VIII's England. This tomb in the nave of my church suggests that he sponsored it. He contributed significantly to its rebuilding at the end of his life. This leads me to believe that he was either sympathetic to the faith, that case which one, or to art. In either case, I should focus my research on the local aristocracy. Maybe I'll be able to find important information by cross-referencing the family tree. I'll resume my research some 2 weeks from now. Other studies need all my attention. I'm leaving for Edinburgh tomorrow to meet with my mentor and friend, Bishop Philip Lester. He claims to have documents that he's reluctant to destroy, and he wants to show them to me before making a decision. They are what I think they are. No time to waste. Wow. Something exciting found there, I guess. Should be okay. Food supplies have seen some use. Those are all the same thing. The chandelier has seen better days. Alright. When I clicked on that ring up above again, it did not give me an option to interact with it. So I assume, at least for now, we're leaving the chandelier where it is. Down again. Oh, it's probably Christian Ian is probably what it is. Right, okay. Colored, but don't act to it. Plants aren't hard to notice, like everywhere around here. There's obviously that symbol. I'm just seeing if there's a. Not look like. It's me. Okay. This. Someone's carved a symbol here. It must mean something. Oh. So I guess I want to write that symbol down and then see about what it shows on the books. This symbol this. Oops. All right, so maybe don't get confused with other notes from other things and stuff I have. All right, there's more or less. So those are the symbols not on their side. Anyway, not that you necessarily need to see that, but just in case. Oops. So, since we couldn't interact with that, I suppose the next thing is just to see what they say. I do realize also that there's a back door. This way. So, I'd like the back door to the church. So it's this. This. Oh, they swap places. Oh. Do I need to reorder these? I see. So I need to do. Wow. Okay. I don't know what I do with this last one. Okay. Move these. That's assuming that this is even what we're using these books for. Then we have this hook. This one. Oh, follow, follow, follow. Go down. Quick, follow. Follow. Went this way? Oh, I can go this way. I couldn't before, but apparently I can now. Oh, what the creepy. Oh, creepy. Oh, I do not like that. What? Help me. She's like, what? Help me. Oh no. Tell me this isn't another demon. Not a demon. What are you, a spirit? Did you lead me here? Help me. Name. My name? I'm Abigail. Abigail Blackwood. I have a lot of questions. No. My name. Don't remember. Lost. Were you the one living here? The one who wrote all those notes in the church? Yes, 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 yes. Help me. Name. Alrighty then. I was like, what the hell? I've never seen a typewriter like this one. There aren't any letters, only symbols, and some keys have faded. Oh gosh. Right. Then. So do I just type the name that I have here then? So this. Boom. That. Then space, I guess. Oh, this is... Oh, it's rotating. Oh, gosh. I don't know. I have to, like, rotate them and stuff. Oh, jeez. Like, how am I gonna... Okay, I don't even... Wow. That just... The level of difficulty in the puzzle just went up, like, huge. So... It's very disturbing. It's very, very disturbing. But in the past, in our world, not making it up, in our world, in the past, there was a practice. I'm trying to remember, I think it even goes back maybe to... Like maybe even back to like Egypt or ancient Africa or something. I don't remember. Anyway, but there was a practice where if somebody blasphemed or they said something that those in power didn't like or whatever, they would potentially cut out their tongue. But additionally, to show that they were like punished by the gods or something like that, they would stitch their lips together. So his lips are actually stitched together. Except he's a spirit. I expect his spirit still looks like that because he's in some kind of a state and had that happen before he died or whatever. They used to do that also a lot of times. They also used to do that when people died. And that was kind of the symbolism in punishing living people, is the dead don't speak also. So if somebody died, they would sometimes sew their mouth shut. And I can't remember. There was a reason for that too. It's with ancient religions, and I'm not really well versed on those, so I don't remember. But there were reasons for it. Anyway, so he's got his mouth stitches on his mouth. I don't know how I need to rotate these to make a... Okay, what is my... Wait, okay, what is the percentage it's saying? 63, yeah, okay. So what is my... No, not this one. Oh, is it? Maybe it also is. No. Yeah, okay, I don't know. Whatever, let's... Forest. Okay. So the instructions were... I guess I should see if maybe his name is just one of these. That one. Each element corresponds to a radius of the circle. A line for each initial letter of the first name. There can only be one initial letter for the first name. There's literally one initial letter in a first name. What? I also don't know who this is. I suppose it's probably this, isn't it? Christian Ian something. So what about this baptism registry? No, I don't see a Christian Ian anything on there. I'm guessing it's him though. Oh, this may not be I. I think this is a J actually. Christian with a J. So that has to be that. That is this. Is the C for Christian? That is the J. I'm assuming for probably James. Oh, a minute. So, oh, right. That had the. Trying to look at this again. This has the. Okay. So. I'm going to do this again. Back here. Do. Yeah, and then if I increase. Oh, I don't know if I can. But I can do that. We'll do this. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. For my purposes, that's fine. So All right. So bring this across. Okay, now I have that drawing for my reference as I try to make sense of it. Now if I do this again. Okay. Now I can get out of this and then try to figure out. So I don't know the letters. The other problem is the letters. I don't know all the letters. I only know the C and the H. Do I have other? Let's see. These are dates, I think. Okay, so A is that. Yes, double N. Although I'm guessing it's just normal N. Okay. What other stuff can we glue up to? So this was this, like this, but just a really long tail. That, so maybe Capricorn. If we go back here, this one, maybe. So we know A. This is A. M. Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3. I see. Rotate 90 degrees each time. Although I don't know this thing yet. I'm not sure about this. So 2 is M is that. That's. Then. That is W. Okay. Okay. So H is this then. I need all these if I'm going to make this friggin' well. Maybe not all of these, but I need a bunch of these probably if I'm going to be spelling people's names. So H is that. D that. Something like that. And then that one. Oh, that one's Blackwood. Oh. That was. Yeah, that's. Yep. So B, Blackwood, is that. Yeah, I don't know that I have enough to bring everything together, but that's more. What else do we have? This doesn't have anything matching symbols on it. Okay, so I think that's it, other than this thing as a whole. Okay, so let's see if maybe I can do Christian. I don't know. Let's see. This one. I do this. Does this rotate? J goes like this. What? Oh. Here, probably. Yeah, nothing else seems close to that. And then possibly B for Blackwood? I don't know that he's a Blackwood, but maybe. This? Well, it's not enough on its own anyway. Poor soul, he's asking for help. Yeah, well, I'll try, but I gotta figure out some stuff. I'm not sure. Tunnel should lead to the tower's basement. See, we just have this and this. We don't have father and... I wonder... Okay, hang on. What if we look at the Blackwood line? Where was that? I don't see a Christian there at all. Da-da-da-da-da. Cole, but that's not Christian. Tricky. Also William Whitegate. Okay, so that's not... I don't remember there being a Christian James on any of this stuff, but in case I don't, I'm just misremembering. I won't. George Stanford. Seeing anything here. Emphigor that he kept saying. Otherwise, Emma and George didn't talk about Christian. It's very likely that these other places... Oh, this is the picture world. I don't want that. It's very likely these other locations will not have it either, but I just am not... We do have also behind the church. So we might be able to... Oh, no. This behind the church. We don't have behind the tower, though. Yeah, there wasn't anything up here, correct? This, but that's our... That, which is also in the... Yeah. Could also potentially do the other thing here, but I don't know. Oh, so I already did the books. Apparently the books bring him out, and that's it. These don't do anything. This was this. I wish there were something just showing all the symbols. These mean this, but I suppose that would make things too easy. I don't know. This is the... We had that other reference, I think, in the underground, under the manor, to William Whitegate. Maybe it was an oak. This? Yeah. Doesn't actually have anything about the candlestick. This, but I'm trying to think if there's something I need to... I feel like I need to reach or something right now. Not really. I don't think. What was this one book again? This one was what? That's that. It's true. Correct. Wait, can I go down outside here? Well, dude, you're creepy, so helping you out might be a problem because of the fact you're creepy. Well, I suppose that's the wrong end. Alright, well. What did the codex say about the other aspects? So not... Okay, so first letter, and you rotate each time. Then another symbol for the sign of the zodiac. Henry Daniel Blackwood. That's another possibility. Maybe this is Henry Daniel Blackwood. Maybe. H, D, and B? Do I have all those though? I have an H. Yeah, I have the. I can do the same symbol that was on. But yeah, the thing that confuses me is where are they getting? So this is the zodiac and then 3 rotations, I suppose. So if I look at the zodiac here, then wait. So what did the note on Henry Daniel Blackwood's? What? Where's the note where I just was looking at? Wow, are you kidding? Where was I just looking? Henry Daniel Blackwood. Like somebody trying to find him. Oh, dang it. I swear it was here, right? And then it was just saying. Ah. Where? I just had it. Where the frick was the Henry Daniel Blackwood thing? I don't remember where I was. I was see if it listed a birth date by that. Forgot to check before I left, and now stupid fat hobbit. Don't know. Damn it! It was the history. Okay, so is it here? Now here's the reference to William Whitegate, Bishop of Coventry, who had the church rebuilt in 1551. Where was the frickin' reference? Crap in hell, dude. Why can I not find this? I have all the notes I've ever gathered here. Why am I not finding it? The frick? Just let me find friggin' Henry William Blackwood's reference. Here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, you're gonna go insane. I was right here. Okay, so the date is 1575. That's the closest to a date. They don't give us a month. anything. Did I not already do Henry Daniel Blackwood? So yeah, Henry Daniel Blackwood. Here we go. This. Oh, so I use this one for his, which means what? That means what month? Here, somewhere in December. Okay, let's try this again. I think I got this, hopefully. It seemed to indicate the astrological sign was last. So, okay. So, Henry. This one. Rotate. Daniel. Okay. Then I want okay. What? Do I do it and then rotate? Ah. Really? Why is that not rotating? Letting me rotate it all. Well, that's the case. Then I have to do it. So it's that angle. So I have to do it 90 degrees back. That means then we want. Yep. And then 90 degrees. Then this. 90. No, not it. Okay, so I need to do it in the right order then, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying. This. Then what? I don't see like any kind of an execute or enter or you're done or whatever button. There's clear and there's X out. I don't know how to use the typewriter. I guess we'll end that here though. That'll be it for today. So, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. So yeah, so tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, I will be streaming again. Kind of feel like I want a lighter game. Goetia really kind of makes my head hurt after playing it pretty long. So maybe we'll do. I think I might do Limbo. Yeah, I think let's do Limbo tomorrow. So that'll be the game we do tomorrow. I'll try to continue on Limbo. So thanks for joining me. And I will see if you can make that time. I'll see you then tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll either see you in comments on the video later or in other videos that I post. Until next time. Peace.